Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Patage Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 65 of Aranya Kanda. In previous chapters, we saw Rama, after losing Sita, who was abducted by Ravana without knowing the whereabouts of Sita, was initially filled with fear, anxiety, and then later turned into his lamentation, cursing himself, and then finally into a great anger, shouting with Lakshmana, saying that he will going to burn all the three worlds. A prey to grief on account of Sita's abjection, Rama, resembling the fire of dissolution, sought to bring about the destruction of the worlds. With burning sighs, he contemplated the stringed bow as Hara at the end of the world cycle stands ready to consume the universe. Seeing Rama transported with rage hitherto never manifested by him, Lakshmana, his features pale with terror, addressed him with joined palms, saying, "Formerly you were ever gentle, of controlled mind, and devoted to the welfare of all beings. Do not now give way to wrath and renounce your true nature. As the radiance of the moon, the brilliance of the sun, the velocity of the wind, and the forbearance of the earth, so is your glory manifested without equal and without end. Wherefore do yourself seek to destroy the world on account of one man's sin? It is not yet known to whom this shattered chariot belongs, nor because of whom, nor between whom the struggle of which we see the traces took place. This spot bears the marks of wheels and feet and is sprinkled with drops of blood. It is the scene of a desperate struggle, O son of a king, but it is a fight between single combatants. O most eloquent of men, I see no trace of a great army, and it is not fitting that you should destroy the world on account of one man. Many times it so happens that when we work in an organization, or when we live in a community, or when we are living in a country, it is because of a mistake that is done by one individual. Mistake or evil act by one person. Because of that reason, we end up hating the entire organization or the entire community or often the entire country itself, which should not be the case. We need to pinpoint at who exactly is committing the problem for us, who exactly is a problem himself for us, himself or herself for us, and we need to take action against that particular person. Only then, with such concentrated action, our action will going to be really fruitful and it will be powerful. Instead of that, if we start hating over the entire organization or over the entire nation, then our action will also be diluted and we become powerless. Kings should always rule with justice, gentleness, and moderation. You are ever the refuge of all beings and their supreme asylum, who would condone the bearings away of your consort. O Raghava, rivers, seas, mountains, gods, Gandharvas, and Danavas have no desire to displease you, even as the officiating priest will not harm the one undertaking a sacrifice after he has performed the preparatory rites. O Prince, it is for you to seek out Sita's abjector, followed by the great sages and by me with my bow. We will search the ocean, the hills, the forests, the deep caves, and innumerable lakes filled with lotuses. We will inquire of the gods and Gandharvas in every region until we find the captor of your consort. If the chiefs of the gods do not restore your wife peacefully, then, O king of Kosala, adopt those measures that you consider fitting. If through gentleness, humility, and prudence you do not regain your spouse, O Indra among men, then let loose your innumerable golden tipped arrows resembling Mahendra's thunderbolts. Thus ended chapter 65 of Aranya Kanda in Ramayana, where Lakshmana, in fact, if you observe, in the past, it was Lakshmana who got into a lot of anger. He has a very short temper. At a point when Kaikeyi ordered Rama to go into the forest, immediately Lakshmana got angry and he went up to the extent that he was even ready to kill his own father Dasharatha in order to ensure the throne for Rama. And later, when he saw the army of Bharata approaching Chitrakuta, he suddenly got into an impression that Bharata is trying to attack them and was getting ready to kill Bharata. But now it is the turn of Rama to lose his patience. Always, whenever a danger struck to an individual, they lose their capability of thinking, and because of that reason, they lose their temper. And it just requires the other person not to teach them everything. There is no need to teach to anybody anything because the knowledge does exist within everybody, and you just have to rekindle it, reawaken it so that they will be able to manage on their own. Namaste Sharada Devi, Kashmira Puravasini, Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam, Vidya Danancha Dehime. Bye.